When you're injured in the state of Illinois as a result of someone else's fault, there are different people or corporations that are going to be responsible for paying for your injuries. For example, if you're in a car accident, usually the insurance company on the car of the other party is going to pay for all your physical pain and suffering, your medical bills, and your wages lost at work. If you fall down, for example, in a store, the insurance company on the store is usually going to pay for all your medical bills. If you're injured by a police or a fire truck or an ambulance, usually the city whose ambulance, fire truck, or what police department they're from will pay you for your injuries if you're not at fault. So basically, insurance really covers all of your injuries when you're involved in an accident through no fault of your own. In very rare examples, will a company have no insurance, but they have plenty of assets, like a publicly traded company, to take care of all your injuries, your physical and mental injuries, and all your medical bills. Sometimes when you're in an accident through no fault of your own, the other car has no insurance. So they don't have insurance to pay for your medical bills, your physical pain, your suffering, and your property damage on your car. It's unfortunate because insurance is mandatory in the state of Illinois. But luckily, if you have insurance, you are protected against a party that doesn't have any insurance or may have too little insurance to cover your injuries. So what we do is we go after your own insurance company for the money that the other side should have paid you. In very big injuries, say you were to fracture your femur, your collarbone, or you had major surgery after an accident, the person that hit you, for example, only had $25,000 of coverage, but you had $100,000 of coverage, then we will be able to get you $100,000. $25,000, for example, from the car that hit you, and $75,000 for your own injuries. And that is called underinsured motorist coverage. You are protecting yourself from those people that hit you with minimal insurance. So remember, whenever you buy insurance, it is very important to make sure you have enough coverage in an eventuality where someone that will hit you with no insurance or very little insurance to cover you, that you make a total and complete financial recovery from your injuries.
You will know if you're a victim of medical malpractice if you've, number one, been injured. You have to have sustained a life-threatening or any injury when you are involved in a medical malpractice case. You also know if you're a victim if it's stemming from a doctor, a nurse practitioner, a surgeon, anyone in the hospital or medical arena.
There's certain legal terms that sometimes my clients will ask me, and that is, what is negligence, Mr. Wallner? And what I tell them is negligence really means, did someone cause you to be injured? What fault do they have? Did they owe you a duty of care, like a duty not to go through a red light before they hit you? Was the cause of them going through the red light is they weren't paying attention, they failed to stop in time, they knew the light was going to be red, but they tried to beat it anyway? That is called fault. So negligence really means fault. And who is at fault? Who caused your accident? If you're ever in an accident and you're injured through no fault of your own, you should immediately, or try to as soon as possible, let the police know what happened. If they come to the scene, they're already documenting it, so you're protected. But if you left the scene in an ambulance or at a hospital, it's always best to contact the police after the accident happened to tell them your version of the accident. And if you are able yourself or through your friends or family to document both the injuries, what they look like in case you had stitches or bruising, to take pictures of yourself, because if this case had to be settled 2 years after this accident, you preserve those. Also preserve all the pictures of your car if you are able. And if you're not able to get the pictures because you are in the hospital, you're unable to get to your car, make sure to have family or friends go take a picture of your car that is in the pound or the tow yard where your car is. Also, if it was a tricky intersection where this happened, like there could be 3 or 4 streets intersecting, document what the scene looked like at the time of the accident, because there may have been construction signs up or detour signs. It's always wise to document that. And to protect yourself, if you had insurance on your car, it is the most important to tell your insurance company what happened. Even if it's not the fault of yours, but letting your insurance company know what happened will always protect you in the future. One of the first questions my clients always ask me after they're in an accident with their own vehicle is, Mr. Wallner, who's going to fix my car? How do I get my car fixed? And I need a car to drive around. Who's going to get me a rental car? And the simple answer is this. If someone is at fault for hitting you, the other insurance company will immediately give you a rental car if they are told that their client, their insured, was in an accident. And if they don't talk to you right away, call me. And the lawyers on my team will immediately call the other side's insurance to 1, get you a rental car, 2, to make sure your car is taken to the correct place for the property damage or your car to be fixed, and 3, to bring your car, if you don't want it, if your car is in a tow yard and you want to take it out of that tow yard to a body shop that you're confident in and friendly with, then the lawyers will have the insurance company of the responsible party pick up your car, take it out of the tow yard, and bring it to a body shop of your preference. So always know your rental car needs, your property damage needs will be met immediately. And if anything's broken in your car, like your stereo or your cell phone got destroyed, the other party's insurance will definitely cover that. And what if the other party didn't have insurance in their car? Your insurance will, number 1, let you have your car fixed at a body shop of your choice. They will take your car out of the tow yard and get it fixed. They will immediately give you a rental car. And if you ever have any trouble with your own insurance company, my law firm will immediately take steps to get you the rental car, to have your car repaired, and or if your car is, the value of your car is worth way less than it costs to fix it, they will make sure you get the money to buy a new car immediately. My clients always ask me, is there a time limit to get money for your injuries? You have 2 years from the date of the accident, a car or truck accident, to file a lawsuit to protect your rights to get money. You must make a claim before 2 years is up, else you will forever be barred from getting any money whatsoever in a car accident which wasn't your fault. There is no exception to that. Now, the times vary for the different types of people that cause you to be injured. And your age matters. For example, if you're a minor, your child was injured while he was on a bicycle or a scooter, that a child has until they're 18 years old to file a claim for their personal injuries. If someone dies as a result of their injuries, the maximum amount of time they have is 2 years. There is no grace period. You must file the case within 2 years. When you're injured at work, you have 3 years to file a claim with your employer's insurance if you were injured on the job. 1 year, though, to file a cause of action against a municipality, like a police officer, a fire truck, or a public transit, buses or trains in the state of Illinois. And those in general cover the cases that we have as personal injury lawyers. It's usually, not all the time, 2 years to file a claim for your personal injuries in a car accident, truck accident, bike accident, any kind of accident involving another vehicle and yourself.
First thing you should do if you injure your neck or back in an auto accident is file a police report. If you're involved in an accident, you definitely want to bring the police to the scene. And you want to make sure that you call an ambulance, call paramedics, and get to the nearest hospital or urgent care in order to get treated for those neck and back injuries. And if you need to get further care, you should definitely follow up with your primary care physician or any therapist, any doctor that you have that can get you treated for those injuries. Your insurance company or the other person who caused the accident's insurance company is the person or company that is going to pay for your injuries when you are involved in an accident. Most people think that it's the person who is paying, but it's actually through their insurance company. If they do not have insurance, that's when you go through your own insurance company under what's called medical payments coverage. First and foremost, the statute of limitations regarding medical malpractice in Illinois is 2 years from the date of the injury. It can never go longer than 4 years, so it's 2 years from when you knew or you should have known about this injury, but in no case no longer than 4 years. In wrongful death cases, the statute is 2 years from the date of death.